The Techno Codex, Book 2, Chapter 8, The Seven Sons of the Mark Khan. This is Priest Repnotso and the grind spans that followed the Great Exodus. The Mark Khan led his people from ruin into rebirth, where the black wind howled across the ashen plains. He struck ground and raised stone, iron, and claw into what became known as Mark Rock, the last hope of Goblinkin. There, beneath sacred carvings of the first Khan, and with the sun dim, behind sulphurous clouds, green goblins dug in. Cave goblins emerged from their ancestral tunnels. Flings crawled up from the wetlands. And even the half-burned joined the work, for this was a city not just of survival, but of remembrance. And in those long years, the Mark Khan begat sons, 7 in number: Garrt the fierce, Rakal the builder, Grazz the mad, Nark the stubborn, Rizal the dreamer, Grack the silent, and Rook, the youngest, who bore the eyes of prophecy. These became the bloodlines of Mark, the clans of the Khan, and it is said their mother came of the Grazz clan, herself a daughter of the sacred line of the first Khan. A tradition took root like fungus in the old stone, that when a goblin meets one of the Mark blood, they drop to one knee, not out of fear but out of gratitude. Gratitude for being pulled from the mouth of the evil within. For though they were freed, the visions did not stop. The marked Khan saw what lingered in the ruins of the first city towers blackened, crumbling, but not abandoned up the false Khanan name. No more now Vortani's long consumed by what he serves now. Two new lords had risen in the dark, Ori Khan, once a guardian of law turned to rusted tyranny, and Balgoth, a prophet of flesh, whose voice was a shriek wrapped in wisdom. They were not idle. They bred hobgoblins once more. They shaped twisted things from bone, wire, and song. And in the depths, a lord named Malak grew masses of flings, not for kinship but for conquest. After 95 years since the founding of the city, knowing the hour was grim, the marked Khan traveled far to meet the Flang, the king of the flings. No one dared challenge his name, for he had split a rust beast with a bone knife and made a throne of its jaw. The two leaders, Goblin and Fling, struck an oath beneath the moon of shards. They would rise, not react. They would strike, not wait. The evil within had 9 lords, but the green had 7 sons. The war to come was not yet spoken, but the wind had changed, and the fungus bloomed red that year.
Oh, what a lovely little swamp tale that was. Green goblins kneeling in the dirt, bowing to some Khan's baby brood like it's sacred. Spare me. Let's make something clear for those with leftover. Brains, there were no Khans. Not real ones. Not ever. What there is was delusion. Mind rot, cooked and stirred into the moldy. Heads of desperate, ditch dwellers who saw rusted, hot, and called it a city. You call it Marked Rock. I call it Fungusville. And yes, I've seen the stone carvings. One even tried to bite me. The idea that some wrinkled goblin woman from Grizz clan birthed a holy bloodline. Good fiction. The only thing she probably birthed was a tax scam. And as for the Fling King, are we serious? He's a frog. You named a frog king and suddenly he's your sacred general. Who's next Sir Toadsworth of the Bog? This is mind rot of the most order. The Ratlings wrote this to talk bad about us, the Techno Lords. You fear us because we make and unmake. We molded the mind and the city. We harnessed the darkness because we understood it, not because we bowed to it. And don't go spreading lies about visions of evil. That's just sleep gas and recycled fumes in your little torch caves. Maybe if you sniffed less slime mold and stopped painting your foreheads with fungal paste, you'd realize no one's coming for you, least of all me. I have received one complaint though. Some weird goblin with a speak face tried to bribe me to promote Zorn bars. Let me be clear, I am a Techno Lord. I don't hawk snack food. That said, crispy fling legs do come in new flavors. We've got char-blasted beet, rust dust crunch, and molten marrow drizzle. Try one. or don't. I promote what I want, deal with it. In conclusion, the evil beyond is not real, it's in the law. The flang was a fraud. The guns are dead. You're all rotting. And this Techno Codex you've loved so much, it's just a book of excuses for being small. Obelis, signing off. May your next vision be short and your mind rot quick. Leave a like, send a goblin signal, and subscribe.